morning. This is Land of Lincoln Credit Union. I'm sitting here with Andrew Young. Andrew is our Chief Lending Officer.
Good morning.
Good morning. And in the middle of this health crisis, and we're all quarantined at home, and a lot of us aren't working, I thought it'd be a good time to maybe address some of the concerns that people are having with not being able to pay bills. Maybe you can just tell us a little bit about some of the feedback you've already received, what people are worried about.
You know, everybody's worried about making a payment. Having a paycheck and being able to pay their bills and staying on top of all their car payments, house payments, things of that nature. And it's across the board. It's from consumers with their car payments and unsecured loans, all the way up to our business members who are at least reaching out and asking, you know, what have we found out?
So if someone is now laid off of work and they're not getting a paycheck regularly, and hopefully they maybe are getting by with a little bit of a nest egg, but it's not going to last them very long. What are the next steps when they know they can't make that mortgage payment or they can't make that car payment, whatever?
First and foremost, reach out to your lender. Communication goes a long way. We all know that this is unprecedented times that we're in right now, and we're all trying to play it by ear. Every day seems to have new information. So what you actually need to do is contact your lender and see if there's any programs or anything that they're offering to help people out. I know a lot of different credit unions are out there that are offering deferment plans. Any of our members, contact their local branches and see what we can do to help them out.
Okay. And then going even beyond that, what do you recommend as far as, you know, maybe there's literally no cash flow coming in, there's utilities to pay, and they're just feeling overwhelmed at all the bills with no cash flow. What's a good way for them to maybe sit down and assess the situation? Maybe they're going to prioritize what should come first, what shouldn't, you know, things along those lines.
Well, you already answered your question when you said prioritize, and that's extremely important. Look at all the bills that you have to pay for the next 30 days and prioritize those by which are the ones that, you know, are going to keep me fed, that are going to keep the lights on, let me have transportation to my job if I'm still working. Those are the ones that you really have to look at. And what I would do is then reach out to those specific people. Reach out to Ameren if it's a power bill. Reach out to the water company if it's your water bill. Reach out to the credit card company if it's a credit card. And see what type of programs that they have. A lot of utilities right now are allowing people to skip payments on the next pay that's coming up. So this is really one of those times in history where we can see where there's a lot of companies that are coming together and saying, you know what, we're all in this together and we have to work with each other to make this work. Land of Lincoln Credit Union is no different in that.
Right. Okay, and now let's take it a step further. They've prioritized their bills, they've stretched it as far as they can, and now they just legitimately need a source of cash. What are their options? What should they avoid? What is a good way to maybe get a line of credit, a loan, something along those lines?
So what you would need to do is contact your local credit union, talk to one of the loan officers and see what type of loan programs they have that might be able to help you get through. If you have a little equity in a car, you might be able to leverage that to be able to get some money. You might be able to get an unsecured loan as well to help you get through. I would avoid any type of payday loan type of institution. Your credit union is really in a better position to help you and probably save you money in the process. One thing that you could do is leverage your credit by looking at what your limits are on your credit card and seeing if you can increase that limit to give yourself a little bit more of a cushion should you need it.
Also, Andrew, what if someone is actually gets sick right now and, you know, they are become infected with COVID-19, or if it's something else, some other kind of condition that ends up putting them in the hospital because it's still that time of year, and then they're faced on top of everything with medical bills. What's your advice there?
When you get the bill, go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure that you are being charged for all the services that you received. Make sure that your insurance is picking up the parts that they need to be picking up. If at the end of that it is still an amount that you cannot afford, what you need to do is contact the hospital. Most hospitals will be just fine with making a payment plan with you. Typically they're interest-free and they try to get them paid within a year or 18 months. So definitely pick up the phone, talk to them, and see what they can do to try to either reduce the bill or to be able to create payment plans. In some hospitals, if you ask, they will actually discount the bill if you pay it all in one lump sum.
Lastly, everybody's sitting at home with nothing to do. I think probably we need to send some advice out there about not shopping online and adding to your expenses. Anything you can offer there, ways to keep an eye on expenses while you're home.
Right, so sitting at home, cruising around on your tablet on Amazon and eBay and other places, it's very easy to get bored and start buying stuff. Although it may be good for our economy, you will eventually have to pay for that. And if you are somebody who is either furloughed or a part-time employee who is not making any money right now, that's just going to make things worse. Again, this is a time in our history where people really do need to kind of hunker down, look at their expenses, and see what's going to last them over the next 30 to 60 days, and then start making plans so that they can be successful, to make sure that their bills are handled, not necessarily paid, but at least handled with those people that you owe money to, so that they know.
Don't avoid the creditors.
Exactly, so that they know what you're going through. If they know for a fact that you're going through a hardship, it's going to be very easy for them to be able to defer payments.
Okay, to wrap it up, Andrew, I really appreciate all the information. It's been helpful. Are there other resources that people can reach out to, or where can they look to find answers to questions maybe we haven't covered here?
I'm sure there are some things that we haven't covered and people will have questions. What I would suggest that you do is visit our website at llcu.org. There you will see a link that has a lot of information on there, frequently asked questions, that can help you get through this process. And if that doesn't help you, please pick up the phone and give us a call. You can dial our 1-800 number and then we'll get anybody on the phone.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Andrew.
Thank you.